So what did the owner of Southern Pride say that you can make doing this gross?
If you average 2 months out, home for 2 weeks, and that's their numbers, they said that solos will do about $295,000 on the low end, and teams will do about $360,000 on the low end. Some people stay out much longer.
Right, and you see me smiling right here because you already know what I'm gonna ask. You know, personally, what kind of numbers have you hit, if you don't mind?
You are now watching the Theasianmaishow.
This channel, you know, we like talking about money. A lot of people are jumping into this industry and they might not have any experience. They might not have generations in this experience. And so we look at this and we're like, where is the money, right? And I push a lot of people to specialize.
Yes.
Because I specialize. I'm a bed bugger. I'm a mover myself. My man here, in a sense, is a mover himself, but with airplane engines. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so it looks like flatbed work, but is it flatbed work or is it heavy haul work? What kind of work
It's
do you
flatbed work with a twist on the specialty of jet engines. No heavy haul, not in my industry. Never more than 30,000 usually, but most loads are actually 8,000 or less.
do? Really?
Yeah, so it's, you know, you can have equipment like this and still get decent fuel mileage.
Really? And so when we're talking about specializing and the money that you could make in trucking, usually more light freight will pay you more because what we do is a lot different than others. It's usually the cost of what we're actually hauling.
It's just a matter of, if you have 40,000 people that can do one job, then the rates that you're going to apply to those jobs are going to be lower. And if you have 500 people that can do another job, they're going to demand a higher rate.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I keep on telling you guys, Chris agrees. Specialize, specialize, specialize. So when we talk about jet engine hauling, how many years experience do you need to get into this industry?
You have to have at least 5 years of driving experience because of insurance purposes.
Right.
Every company has different qualifications, I'm sure, but our company, if you're solo, you got to have over 14.6 high experience, pole car experience. If you're a team, though, you can haul oversized, over wide, and general engines.
So if someone wants to get into something like this, maybe not with the company that you're with, 5 years experience might do it for you.
Yes.
And quick blueprint of where they could start, because a lot of people watching this might be from Swift, they might be from a mega carrier, and they're thinking this is what they want to do because they're seeing some success in it. They're watching the channel, they're watching, and definitely people subscribe to Trucker Review channel. They're a lot of fun on here, but I'm telling you, they're more trucker than most of us. How many years experience you got, brother?
29 years.
29 years. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I'm gonna say I was a toddler. I was very young, as much as experience as he has, right? So, you know, so we really appreciate you for this, you know, resource, because there's no way that you're friendly enough, but most people, they want this kind of information. They're not going to get it from anybody. And most of the people with your experience, I'm sorry, they're not going to share their experience.
This is our life and our love. We love trucking. A lot of people don't. They're trying to find a way out tomorrow. But at some point in your career, you either learn to get out or embrace it.
I love that. I love that. So give someone that's brand new, just he's in Swift right now, he's been there for 2 years, 3 years, give him a blueprint of what he or she can do to get to hauling jet engines.
Well, it'd be really helpful if you could do a little flatbed work for a year or two and get that experience, so you have general knowledge of tying down and tarping and stuff. Not necessarily needed, but a big help to get in the door. Right. Especially if you can do some oversize, that really helps.
Right.
Like I said, there's other companies other than Southern Pride's. There's Southern Aviation, Coal Transportation, Smoky Point Distribution is a good one to start at. Actually, they have a training program.
Okay, so this is now we're getting to something that I love, because I love to get into something that's realistic for someone that's new. You know, sometimes we talk about money and sometimes we talk about getting far elevating and getting specializing, but the guy that's watching from Swift or what have you, he might be watching this and say, that's not me. I can't get there. I don't have years of experience. I don't do that. So let's talk about that company for a split second. We're not sponsored in any way by this company. What's the name of the company again?
Smoky Point Distribution, SPD. They do the same exact thing we do, but they also do other equipment also, not solely aviation. But they are big in the aviation industry, and they'll get you that double drop experience, step deck, curtain side, and flatbed.
Really? And they'll train you from the jump from a CDL school?
Yes. Well, no. 2 years, I think, for there.
So 2 years?
Yes.
So if you're at Swift right now and you're embarking on your second year, here's a blueprint. We're giving you a little tip right here.
That's a really good spot. They only hire about 20 people a year, and they're not. They got 200 trucks, I believe. But, it's not a high turnover rate.
I hear you. And that's something that you guys always want to look at too is, when you see signs on trailers paying you bonuses, when you're seeing this kind of money that you just call in and you could make, X amount of dollars, there's a reason why they're doing that much marketing, because the turnover rate is really high, which means someone's lying. We're not going to say who, but there's
when you got 120% turnover rate, that's pretty astronomical, right?
Right.
You think the 100% is the top? No, it's not.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, all right, now we have a blueprint of that. So, Southern Pride, they would like you to have 5 years experience. That's the minimum guidelines. But like you said,
I don't believe their company. They want you to stay out more. So they expect a little bit more for the high dollar, right?
Right.
And maybe if you're 25 and you got children, it wouldn't be the best fit for you. If you're a little more mature, then yeah. Not saying 25 is not mature in a lot of cases, but when you have family obligations, you may not be able to truck in the way the company would like you to.
So Southern Pride, if it's a good fit for you, that means they would like to see you stay on the road. More often than not. If you're the personality that wants to go home on weekends, this might not be the company for you.
Right. When we take off work, we may take off for 2 months.
Right.
But we take off like you do, right? Extended periods, and then we work hard and run as a team, and we get it done.
Exactly. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this room. So what did the owner of Southern Pride say that you can make doing this gross?
If you average 2 months out, home for 2 weeks, and that's their numbers, they said that solos will do about $295,000 on the low end, and teams will do about $360,000 on the low end. Some people stay out much longer.
Right, and you see me smiling right here because you already know what I'm gonna ask. Personally, what kind of numbers have you hit, if you don't mind?
416 has been our best year.
416. And we're talking 29 years of experience here, people. So know that, this isn't something that someone's just going to get right off the bat. It's going to take time to learn how to build. And everyone's net is different. But would you say, what's a good figure to go by? Whatever you gross, half of that might be close to net?
Half of that easily is how I do my math. Just cut it in half. But it's our truck payment's quite a bit larger than most people.
Right, because this large car. We've talked the big numbers. We talked success in trucking. Now, who would be the perfect candidate to be doing this kind of trucking?
A team that is mature and can get along and has 5 years experience. If they have already met that criteria and have been a team for at least a year, if they don't have to run home all the time and take care of one tragedy or another, I would suggest it to anyone. I mean, it's a wonderful life.
All right, get in here. Okay, so this is the actual, I'm going to say better half of the team.
We know it's true.
Yes.
We already know it's true,
We know it's true.
So tell us, from your experience, what you think is going to work for people. What kind of characteristic?
I think when you come out here hauling this freight, you have to sit longer. You have to maybe have to wait for engines to be cleared or for you to be cleared to go out onto a tarmac or something. You need a hobby. Because with this, you have to get used to sitting for a day or maybe 2 days between
Maybe a week.
runs. But it doesn't matter on your paycheck in a sense. You're still making good money. but you got to get used to sitting. But instead of sitting in the truck, do something.
I heard that. I
Do
love
something.
that. No, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.